Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
Prepare to embark on an epic journey through the AI-driven follower dungeons introduced in patch 10.2.5.
Well, if I'm going to be doing dungeons with them, I thought the least I could do is let them introduce the video, so let's get into it. So as the AI said in the introduction, in 10.2.5 we are going to get our very first look at new and improved AI teammates. Now these teammates will allow you to complete any normal Dragonflight dungeon. You can go in solo or, well, with 4 friends, but then you're just doing a normal dungeon. Basically any role that you do not have a player in, the AI will create for you. So yes, the standard roles do still apply. You're going to need a tank, you're going to need DPS, you're going to need healer. Whatever the group is missing, as I say, the AI is going to fill it. It's worth noting that if you're halfway through the dungeon and you're thinking, damn, this AI can't tank. Do you know what? I'm going to tank this. If you swap your role, let's say you're on a warrior and you're playing arms and you decide, nope, I'm going to go prot. If you do that, then the AI will all change about so that you have all of the roles still filled. Now the first thing you will notice when you queue for follower dungeons is that there is no queue for random option, which we have in current dungeons, which means we are missing out on the nice XP bonus and the gold bonus that we get for completing any particular random dungeon. Instead, Followers works on the pick a specific dungeon kind of system. You have all the list of dungeons, you can either tick all of them or pick whichever ones you particularly like. Long and the short, it's not going to be as fast as leveling dungeon v dungeon. So if you have a full party, you're still going to be way better off doing it the old-fashioned way. But if you're running solo, this is the big one. There is no queue time, no matter what your role is. Yes, even as DPS. When was the last time, ladies and gentlemen, you can remember being a DPS, clicking a dungeon queue, and having it pop like this? Yeah, it's been a while, if ever, when I come to think about it. So, first thing you will notice once you have joined the dungeon is, apart from the AI actually talking to you and being polite, which is a little bit freaky, I'm used to doing dungeons with real people, and also, speaking of freaky things, the mage immediately shares a table if you wish to take some food, and they'll give you all the party buffs without you needing to prompt them for it.
What did you say?
So after you've been thoroughly freaked out by that, you will notice you have an extra action button. You can pull this button down onto your bars. It's basically the same as your garrison icon, for those of you that remember way back in Warlords of Draenor. Just drag it down to your bars, or you can leave it as an extra action button. This will basically toggle between the AI leading your group, leading the way if you're a player that doesn't really know where to go or what they're doing, or you can toggle it to, no, you're good, you follow me, and I'll go the way I want to go. I will say 9 times out of 10 the AI is pretty good at leading the group. There are times it struggles. 2 dungeons I have found, particularly where this is a big issue, is Halls of Infusion. The AI seems to really struggle towards the end of the dungeon with regards to going over the bridge, as you can, see in the background. Also, the other one I had the biggest issue was Brackenhide with, and that may just be I'm used to doing certain skips and going a certain route. The AI obviously doesn't do that. It just plows through everything and basically pulls everything. Now, I will say the AI doing that isn't too bad because we do have this toggle facility. If you do know the route you want to go, you know certain skips you want to do, you can just say, nope, follow me, and the AI will follow you as you skip past things. For instance, in Necron Defensive, when heading towards the last boss, the AI is never going to go the skip we all know and love. But in that case, all you need to do is pop follow me, fly the route, and the AI will just snap to you once you land near the boss. Speaking of Necron, they seem to have added flight points to this dungeon. Yes, inside the dungeon. I'm not sure if these have always been there. I've never noticed them if they were. But what happens now is if you are a completely new player, you have no idea where you're going in this dungeon, and the AI is leading you, the AI will actually lead you after killing a boss to the next flight point, so you can fly to the next location, and then the AI will just, again, snap with you. They will also give you, which is quite cool, some helpful mechanic tips. They will give you hints throughout the dungeon. Again, while in Necron Defensive, the first boss, the AI will tell you, hey, we need to shoot this mob, we need to shoot this boss with the catapult, get on it. The AI will not do those mechanics, that still relies on you, but it's a good way for a new player to learn what they need to do in the dungeons. They will also give you tips like, in Nelfarius, hey, after killing this boss, we can jump off this ledge and carry on this way. Another good example would be the second to last boss in Halls, where you need to hide behind the ice block. They will shout out, we need to cover, we need to hide, we need to get away from this mechanic. So it gives an idea, again, for a new player to go, oh, okay, so I need to be behind that without dying and everybody in the group laughing at them, or some idiot going, oh, you're a noob, even when it's just a normal dungeon. This is also a good time to say, yes, the AI can die. It does make mistakes. I have seen many times the AI butt pull. I can't tell whether this is on purpose, just to make it feel like a real group. And I've also been that DPS player. While I've been doing this, I've been trying to test how much the group can deal with. So I've been going and ninja pulling stuff, bringing it in, seeing how the AI deals with threats, how it deals with just having way more mobs than it's expecting. 9 times out of 10 it can take it, but the AI tank can die. As you can see in this Nelfarius one, well, I immediately just start running. But you will notice that the AI tank actually drops threat when it gets really low on health. It's almost as like, either, because the tank is always a paladin, it's popping bubble to try and save itself, and therefore the mobs are immediately running on to me as the player, or that when the tank gets really low, it's normally around 3%, the threat just immediately disappears off of them and goes on to the player, as if to say, well, you messed up, now you're going to die, and then that means the group wipes. Learn from it. I'm not sure, but it does feel really jarring when the tank's technically alive, but just suddenly drops threat, and now you're dealing with all of this chaos. This is really a side thing, because if you're a new player, which is what this dungeon system is really designed for, then the tank, the healer AI really are not going to die on your watch. You are fine. The normal routes, the normal packs they pull, this is not going to be an issue. It's going to be a nice, easy run, comfortable for you to learn what's going on. Couple of side notes here as well is that the AI doesn't use the ping system. So you can't go ping, go there, ping, go here, or ping, attack this. So you can't sort of lead the AI through. Either you're going to have to physically attack the target, in which case everybody else in your group will plow in, or you're going to need to toggle the follow me button and just lead the way for the group. And another nice feature is you can actually complete all of your quests, all of the things you need to do within the dungeon, using this system, which is great. I wish I had this back in Shadowlands, because I remember having to do certain quests for the Covenant, and at that point nobody was running the normal dungeons. It was a massive long queue. This would have been a great system then, and I hope they take this going forward. All in all, I will say, this is a great addition to WoW. As much as I want to sit here and say, oh, it's a social game, we shouldn't have AI players in the game, we shouldn't need them. That is a mindset I accept is from a long time ago. They're really, realistically, when you do grouping in modern content, 9 times out of 10 you get just silence. Nobody talks, nobody cares what's going on, it's just pull the dungeon, get the dungeon done, or do the raid, and that's it. We say maybe GG or thanks at the very end when we got our loot, or maybe do you need, and that's it, we go along our merry way. Then of course you get the dick group, which is one person feels the need to shout at all the others in the group for no real reason, or that one person that just decides to keep pulling when they're not the tank, or any number of members that decide they're going to ignore the healer when they ask for a quick break so they can get some mana back, and then they rage at the healer because the healer didn't manage to keep them all alive even though they had no mana, or those that leave early in dungeons. Very rarely you get the friendly group, and I wish this was the norm. I think if it was the norm, we wouldn't need the AI dungeons, but that friendly group where they just want to chill, have some bants, they'll talk to each other, and it's really relaxed. Most of the time it is, as I said, it's just silence, and if it's going to be silence, then why not add AI teammates? That way at least people can do the content they enjoy without the threat of being screamed at. They can try out roles that they've never done before, and they can learn the routes in dungeons so that when they go in to higher content, they're not completely clueless about what's going on. It's a bit of a shame that these dungeons and the AI they're using don't use the current M+ dungeon routes, because realistically, leveling up, if I'm trying to learn the dungeons, what good is it for me to see Algathar's Academy over and over again? because Algmar's Academy is not going to be there when I go into the M+ pool. But it is nice, while leveling up, to just be able to go DPS spec and just now spam dungeons over and over again. You know, I don't need to do quests that I've done 15 times now on other characters. Now I can just spam dungeons, boost myself up to max level, and once at max level I can keep doing some of those normal dungeons, hopefully getting enough gear to be able to go into LFR. Then once I've got some, hopefully, probably not, some gear from LFR, I'm good to go straight into M+. I'm not doing heroics, let's be real, nobody does heroics anymore. Oh, unless it's for the rep quest. Now it is unclear, I will say, if this will be available when War Within launches, or if it will be purely traditional dungeons, i.e. real players, and then maybe when the first patch comes out, they'll enable this for people that want to catch up. But I'm not going to lie, I have enjoyed my experience doing these AI dungeons. I'm looking forward to seeing it when it actually comes out live. I will use this a lot. I use Torghast a lot for leveling as well. What I'm really excited about is to see what they do with this tech going forward. We obviously have delves, but this is a big time investment, and I'm hoping that there's some good stuff to come from this going forward. But we shall see. What do you guys think? Are you cool with this AI tech coming into WoW? With us finally getting AI teammates? With us moving slightly yet further away from the social aspect that is meant to be World of Warcraft? Is it simply a sign of the times? But that is enough from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more of these ramblings. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Ladies, everyone.